Well, hello and welcome back to the Brescia Road to Glory career mode here on FIFA 20. It's been a while, it's been a few days, so hopefully it is well worth the wait for you guys. We've got the rest of the summer transfer window to finish off, some last minute sales, some last minute arrivals, deadline day, and we've got a jam-packed schedule. We'll quickly take a look and see what we have to look forward to in episode 2 of season 2, straight after 2 weeks after deadline day. We've got a game against Juventus at home, we've got Inter away, Frosinone at home, which will probably simulate, and then Fiorentina away from home. We then follow it up with Sampdoria, Udinese, and then we go into the month of November, where it's Napoli, Roma, and of course AC Milan. The Serie A fixture list has definitely done us dirty there. We head into December, and then look at January. In 2020, we faced Spal 2 times in 2 weeks in Serie A, and also Sassuolo. I just don't get it. The Serie A calendar is absolutely broken. It's been broken for a while in FIFA, but we won't let that phase us. We've got Coppa Italia round of 16 action to look forward to in January as well. So we've got a busy, action-packed episode 2 coming up. So if you're going to enjoy it, make sure to smack the like button down below, hit subscribe and turn on notifications for more Brescia Road to Glory career mode, and of course the Manchester United revival that we've got going on the channel. These 2 career mode series you guys have been loving, so we're going to be looking to get them out even more over the course of the next few weeks. We've got a few things to address here in the episode. We've got about £4 million left in the transfer budget to spend, 4.76. It's not that much. We're balling on a budget here. Not too many resources, not too many funds the board allocated us, and we still have to go ahead and finish mid-table. I do obviously want to qualify for Europe, but there was one thing, there were a few things that you guys said down in the comments below. We need to invest in a third choice goalkeeper. We need to invest in another goalkeeper, and I found the perfect option here. We'll take a look at our youth academy. We've got Alessio Colombo, we've got Federico Mariani as well, 16 years of age and 17. He is 61 already. He's got a potential of 73 to 87. We could just call them up normally. It wouldn't cost us all too much. However, I have a few options. We got a few new options in the transfer list. We'll see a few players that we've shortlisted. I've got a few. We've got the goalkeeper Muric, I believe, from Kosovo. A few of you guys down below were saying to get him. He's pretty cheap. We've also got a few other decent little additions to the transfer list. Obviously, we can't all afford them right now, but we also have Romario Barrio, a new central midfield option, a cam/right midfielder, only valued at £5 million, so it would be within our budget, as well as Joshua Van Goman. He can play at left back, he can play at right back, and after we missed out on Tavares last episode, he went off to Stoke City. He's somewhere down here. We've built up such a big transfer list. Nuno Tavares, he was the ideal option, but unfortunately, he went off to the Championship for Stoke City. He went off to the Premier League, for Stoke City. It is unfortunate, but we're going to look to plan B, even plan C. I'm thinking we're going to call up a youth academy goalkeeper, just so we could afford not 1 signing, but 2 before deadline day, and maybe even get a sale in there. So I'm going to call up the youngster, I forgot his name right now, Alessio Colombo, 61 overall. Yeah, we'll just promote him. He will be our third choice backup. I doubt he'll get any game time because Jorinen and both Dragowski are just so much better than him. But just in case, Colombo, welcome to the first team, son. We also have a few other youth academy players in here. No one wowing me at the moment. Daniele Mariani, 17. They're not valued at all too highly. So there he is. We finally have a third choice backup. You saw last episode that both our keepers were away on international duty and we had no goalkeepers left. So Colombo, he's 17. He's 6'4" already. He's taller than Dragowski. No, he's not taller than Jorinen, but he's taller than Dragowski. That is going to be our first move of episode 2. And I also proposed last episode that we could, in future, coach Italy and lead them to World Cup glory, Euro glory. We are in 2020 right now. We've just missed the Euros. They've just happened. Maybe in 2022, lead them to World Cup glory, use as many Brescia players as possible. It could be an interesting move for the series. I will keep you posted. If the FIGC, if the Italy FA ever come knocking, if they send us that email of offering us a managerial role, I will accept it. I'll let you guys know straight away. And we could have a little mini series on the side. The Italian road to the World Cup. We also have players leaving on international duty. Sandro Tonali's been called up to the senior Italian national team, as well as Jorinen and both Dragowski off to Finland and Poland respectively. Also, a popular opinion last episode was a lot of you guys wanted me to sell Nicholas Spalek. He's 23. He's Slovakian, 72 overall. And a lot of you were also saying to keep him. I'm a bit at a crossroads here. I'm not too sure what to do with him. These 3, Bisley, Ndoye, and Spalek, you guys seem to be loving down in the comments below. We'll keep him for now. I know 5.5 million could do us a world of good in the transfer budget. budget. I don't feel the need to sell him right now. Maybe we'll have to wait until January to see how he does in the first half of the season. So 2 players I'm interested in spending the remainder of the transfer budget on is Joshua Van Gomen. Obviously, Romelu down that right-hand side. He's currently playing at right back. He's on the wrong side of 30. He's 33 now. He's getting a bit old. Don't know how many years he has left in the tank. But the German, 19 years of age. He's only £1.6 million, well within the budget. So for now, we'll approach Hamburg and see what they have to say. Here we are back in the offices again. The blue hair is out in force. And now we're going to lowball. We're going to see how cheap we can get this guy because we need to save every single penny in the bank. We'll add a sell-on clause, 23% sell-on clause, £1 million. Don't walk away from us. Okay, they won't. 1.4 million. Let's go ahead and see what they will do with the 1.2. We'll keep the sell-on clause like that. 1.2 million. And what? 2.3. Okay, this doesn't make sense. Surely now. Surely. What? They keep going up. We're going to have to go back in for these guys. All right, whilst that Wagner deal gets put on the back burner, we're going to go in for a player that I didn't expect to go in for this episode, but taking a second glance at him, a £3.25 million release clause, that is in our budget. And I just can't pass that up. It is too good to pass up for the young Dutchman, Mohammed Ihattaren, 71 overall, 88 potential. We've got to get him in at some point in the series, and we might as well bring him in right now. 3.25 million. I'll snap him up all day long. Ihattaren, son, welcome into the Brescia offices. He's coming into Italy, fresh from PSV. He's fresh off the plane, and he's ready to start his new adventure here in Serie A. He wants a 5-year contract, so he's committed to this Brescia Road to Glory. He's committed to the grind and the hustle, so no release clause. I'm willing to accept that as well. I'm playing with fire here, but 7K? I'm being paranoid right now. 8K, please do not walk away, guys. Come on. There we go, a fair offer. Oh, I thought they were going to walk away there, but Mohammed Ihattaren, he's joined, and he's become a new Brescia player. There he is. It was an unexpected signing before this video started, but the Dutchman makes his way to Serie A, and I'm sure will cause up a storm in a few years' time. Reactivated his release clause, and we've gotten the next big thing in Dutch football, the next rising star. He's a great one, and he's showing great potential too. We pounce on him under his valuation, and I'm sure he could become a future Brescia legend. All right, we're simulating on to deadline day. We have 10 hours left to snap up our last transfer signing, to finish off our last bit of transfer business. That's where we currently stand so far. £17.25 million spent, £5.54 million out of the club. We sold a bit of deadwood, we sold some aging players, and just some players that weren't getting enough game time. Alright, so after renegotiating, we finally locked down a transfer deal with Wagner, £1.4 million plus a 25% sell-on clause. We're not going to sell him, but we'll just get him for cheaper. It'll allow us to get him for cheaper. It's a Sir BCHD transfer tactic that you need to learn. Let's go into contract negotiations with the German. Hopefully they're not as strenuous as the transfer negotiations were. Our second signing of the episode, a deadline day arrival as well. So we'll go with, let's say, 4K a week, and they are happy with that one. Wagner has come and joined us on deadline day here, and we get our first German at Brescia. And there we go, Hamburg accepted the £1.4 million bid, and it becomes our brand new number 27. Obviously, he's not going to compete with the left back position. It's more of the right back spot, which we're weaker in, and I'm feeling like Romelu could retire soon. So in the future, he could be a starting right back. I think he's a great signing. He fits in our budget. It was a sensible and logical transfer offer. So welcome over to Brescia, Wagner. So the rest of deadline day, I'm not too sure how much action is going to go down here at Brescia. We've brought in our players. We don't have enough money to bring in anyone else. However, we're going to count down the hours, and then we're going to get straight into the thick of things in Serie A. We've got some big matchups. The last hour of the transfer window, Espanyol have come in for £9 million. No way, he's our starting goalkeeper. I'm sorry, the Spanish outfit are getting nowhere near the Polish goal stopper. We'll end off deadline day there. That is going to be it for the transfer period. You know what? With the rest of our transfer budget we have remaining, I'm going to go ahead and set up a brand new scouting network. We're going to go back to Italy and hopefully pull off a few more gems like Rinaldi. So we'll set up a 9-month network there with Sinan Gocek, the Turkish 4-star. Hopefully going to find us some brand new Italian youth academy talent. You hate to see it. You really do. 1K in the wage budget. I mean, we're balling over here at Brescia. We're living the high life in Serie A already. And with all that being said and done, with all that that out of the way, we finally get to our training setup at the moment. And because Tonali is away on international duty, he's already at an 81. I've decided to put in our brand new signing in Ihattaren. The Dutchman will get a training slot in there alongside Esposito, Viviani, Armini, and Almada. That is our first training session of the brand new season after the transfer window. The morale, could be a bit better going into this game, but we'll see how we do. That is our strongest starting 11. We're at home. We're at the Fortress Rigamonti. They're going to be a tough side to break down, so let's get straight into this one. If we want to push up the Serie A table and compete with the big boys, even qualify for Europe this season, these are the type of games where we have to announce ourselves onto the world stage and beat the world's best like Juventus. They won the Serie A last season, so they are the Scudetto champions right now. They are defending their crown, and we have come to tear it down. We are ready at home. The Tifo is out for this one. That is where we currently sit in the Serie A. We started off last episode with 2 wins and 1 loss. Juventus are just 2 points ahead of us. It's a beautiful summer's day. It's a beautiful sunny day, and we get a little reminder. Almada's brilliant form. 3 goals in the last 3 matches. He's really come to life in Season 2. Our number 10 is dominating the Italian scene. Let's see if he can continue it on here. Ronaldo is up for this one as well. Juventus have got a strong lineup out, so we're going to kick things off with Donnarumma and Balotelli. And I've changed the camera setting as well, so that's why it might look a bit different to tele broadcast. Someone down below said to do it, and it had a few likes on it, so we've changed it to tele broadcast. Hopefully it's a bit better. I think I like it a bit better as well. You can see more of the field, more of the action as Rabiot is showing goal. He gives it off to Dybala, who shifted out wide to Aaron Ramsey. The Welshman Tonali tries to tackle him down, fails in doing so, pass it off to Casemiro. Juventus have a big squad. They've got a quality side as Ramsey still, they're just pivoting at the moment, and Ihattaren will intercept that. Koza loses his footing, and it's a big tackle from Kistana. So Pellegrini, Juventus are really on form today. They're asserting their dominance with this possession-like football. What is going on? Cristiano, what's he going to do outside the box? He unleashes a strike, and it just goes wide. Yara Ihattaren. Now Curcio, the Brazilian he loves, bombing down this left-hand side. He's broken through the Juventus defense. Can we find Balotelli in the middle? He has absolutely fluffed that one. Now they've shifted it off to Dybala. They're glistening in the sun as Ronaldo gets his head onto that. No, the number 7 will find Aaron Ramsey, and there you go. Piemonte Calcio bagged the lead. He's not offside in the 21st minute. They break the deadlock, and it's that man, Aaron Ramsey. Ronaldo put himself through. He split open our defense, and that is not how I wanted to start off this episode. Kistana fails to clear, and Dragowski unable to save that one. 1-0 Juve. Juventus with some tiki-taka. Ramsey wants a second. He'll try putting Ronaldo again. We've air swung it, and now that is a free header for Dybala. What happened there? He air swung the ball, completely missed the clearance, and Dybala bags Juve's second. We are shambles at the moment. The entire defense is shambles at the moment. And you can see here, we try and clear it. Kistana fumbles over, and it was an unmarked Dybala to not at home for the second. Juventus surely don't get the third before halftime. Ronaldo tried some tricks, and that is going to be at the end of the first half. We've absolutely been battered here. 2-0 going into the break. We've got a lot of work to do in the second half if we want to get anything from this game. It's a slow day at the office for Balotelli as well. There we go. Almada through to Donnarumma. He's got the pace on him. He'll get past the defense. 1-on-1 with the goalkeeper. Donnarumma halves the deficit here. And thankfully, I was getting worried there. We try and pick up the ball. It's not going to happen for us. But the Juventus defense caught off guard. A brilliant little finish shot into the bottom right. And just like in real life, Alfredo bags a goal against Juve. We get one back. And now the comeback is on. Donnarumma's just coming to life all of a sudden. Almada back to Ihattaren. Almada down this left-hand side. Can he find Balotelli in the middle? Delete with a big interception. Martial on for Juventus as well. They've brought on some firepower. And will they get the third to solidify the 3 points? Or can we get the equaliser? It is all up for debate. Rakitic on as well. The Croatian's got a deadly shot on him. Now through to the Frenchman Martial. He scored against us before. Back to Martial. Big interception from his fellow Frenchman in Koza. Come on, boys. Tonali. He's got a lot of room to work with here. What can he create for us? Is Balotelli going to make a nice little run? Come on, mate. There we go. Balotelli through. Balotelli will touch it on. He'll cut back inside. The number 45 gets us the second. And there's the equaliser set up by Tonali. The veteran will finish it off. And the number 45 in his hometown gets I believe that's his first Serie A goal of the season, but most importantly, it's an equaliser, and it's a beautiful piece of individual brilliance there. The outside the foot shot as well. You had to do it to a Mario, and there you go. Slots it into the bottom left, the Puma boots on the feet, and it's as easy as you like for Balotelli. He's winding back the clock there. And both our strikers, still lethal, still the veteran boys are back in town. And they're as lethal as ever. Balotelli, no, with his third goal of the season. Against Juve, they don't come any better than that. Now, with 15 minutes remaining, it's going to be a brilliant finale. Oh no, Martial, back to Ronaldo. Ronaldo breezes past the side netting, and my heart skipped a beat for a second. Curcio, that's what we want to see. Ihattaren pulls that one through to Almada. Now, we've got the numerical advantage here. What's Almada going to do? Slips it through to Donnarumma. This could be a game-defining moment. Donnarumma, the save from Pinsoglio. And that could have been the winner for us. 5 minutes remaining and we have a corner. No, we cannot concede in the last few minutes. Martial, this would be heartbreak. The Frenchman comes into the box. Through to Ramsey, and it's deflected out for a corner. There we go. The whistle is blown. We have to share the spoils with the reigning champions, Juventus. We improved so much from that dreadful opening first half. We get a point out of this one. Piemonte Calcio go back to Turin. Balotelli and Donnarumma, the heroes there. The veterans are back in town, and they're back in action. So BCHD's got to speak his mind after the match. We'll talk about our new German we've acquired. Also the Dutchman. It wasn't the appropriate match, but I don't want to get his morale down. So we'll try and motivate him for when he makes his debut. Kachache, you guys have given me tips in the comments on how to pronounce his name, but I'm still failing at it. A new Kiwi left back, let's just say. Good things come to those who wait. Again, in due time, they will get their debuts. Brescia misses chance to snatch a win against Piemonte. We did. Ihattaren is already up to a 72 as well. He's shown some decent growth and some more training going on with the lads here. But it's a San Siro that comes calling again. We have to talk about our new signings here. He needs some time to adjust. I don't want to chuck him into the deep end already. He'll prove he's the right man, Ihattaren. He's got some good morale. We've put him in the training regime, so he surely will develop over time. We have another away trip to the San Siro. This time, Inter is facing us. The same starting 11 that took the field against Juventus. As long as we don't have that same dreadful opening 45 minutes, we should be alright against Inter. So it's back-to-back Serie A blockbusters to greet us this episode. You guys have been treated to an absolute delight in episode 2. Season 2 is off with a bang. Some new transfers, some big upcoming games, and the Tifo is out for the Inter fans. Zanetti takes the field, but Tonali is ready to lead the boys out. Zanetti, their Argentine legend, is there for them. What a Tifo. What an absolute stadium. I've talked so highly of this stadium, the San Siro. Balotelli is in form. 3 goals in the last 3 matches. Our number 45 is showing that he can still do it here in the Serie A. He can still play ball with the big boys and can lead us to some European qualification this season. This is our Inter will lineup. I think they got a pretty strong starting 11, so I didn't change it whatsoever. They got Handanovic in goal, De Vries, Skriniar, and Godin will be the back 3. We also have Brozovic as the central defensive midfielder. The 4 midfielders will be Perisic, Partey, Nainggolan is back in the mix, as well as Politano, Lukaku, and Kramaric will start up top. Lautaro Martinez on the bench, and it's our strongest starting 11, led out by that man, the Italian stallion. Alright, Kramaric will kick us off here. We're live at the San Siro. I actually really enjoy this new camera angle. Thanks whoever suggested it down below. I don't know why I was stuck on default, but hopefully now we can get some decent results out of it. Donnarumma making a nice little run. So is the Argentine here, our number 10. Is he hungry for another Serie A goal? Does a bit of skill. He does a bit of skill, but it was too much. He needed to keep it simple there, son. We'll cut inside. Back to Bizzoli now. It is Balotelli. Amada with a nice little run. He can't get there before Handanovic, though. Back to Amada. Amada will find Ihattaren again. Balotelli off to Balotelli. The number 45 strikes. And when he's on form, he is absolutely lethal. Back at it again against his former club. He played for both AC Milan and Inter. But he's back against the club where he scored. Back against the club where he won the Champions League all the way back in 2010. He comes back to haunt them with an absolute belter into the bottom left-hand corner. Hard and low is the best type of strikes. In between the legs of Thiago Godin as well. Handanovic couldn't do anything about that. And it nestles into the back of the net for Brescia. 1-0. Oh, we've lost it again. That is unlike our midfield general. Now Lukaku back into Kramaric. Lukaku with a little 1-2 with his strike partner. Crosses it into the middle. It's an unmarked Politano. He's run the long way around the ball. The number 16 fires across in, and Nainggolan. Inter desperately wanting the equalizer before half time. Lukaku being their most threatening player. Thomas Partey through to Kramaric. A big save from Dragowski, but the follow-up. Are you kidding me, son? You had the save right there, and it parried straight in front of him. The rebounds are OP in FIFA 20. Kramaric takes full advantage into it, the equalizer before halftime. The home fans are delighted. Dragowski could have done so much better. It was Partey with a defense splitting ball, and oh, come on, Dragowski. You need some better reaction time than that. The first half is over and done with. We could have gone into the break 1-0 up, but a silly mistake from Dragowski. Silly mistake in general from the team, but Almada recuperates the ball. Tonali again, Donnarumma, off to Balotelli, finds Donnarumma, and now Tonali of all people is making a run. One-on-one, Sandro, it's a heavy touch, no! Oh, the heavy touch lets him down. Almada, silky skill. Oh, he's giving it away. And now Lautaro, fresh off the bench. Can Almada do well against his fellow Argentine? It doesn't look like he will. Nainggolan, we all know he's got a ripper of a shot, but Dragowski gets down low and makes the save. Here we go, cross in, Perisic. No, Lautaro! Who was marking? And you thought corners weren't OP in FIFA 20. Lautaro Martinez will prove otherwise, and he gets Inter into the lead. After being 1 goal down, they've clawed their way back with 2 goals here. And it's a cross in from Perisic, the in-swinger. And at the near post, Dragowski beaten. This is not up to standard, boys. Tonali loses him. And Lautaro was there. He kind of came off his shoulder as well. Force it out wide to Lautaro, the number 10, Nainggolan. He's got 3 defenders on him, but no one willing to take the ball off him. Lautaro now finds it through to Nainggolan, and it's as easy as that. You have all the defenders there. They don't do a job, and he's back at Inter, back amongst the goals, and the Belgian secures the 3rd for them, and that might be all 3 points for him as well. It might as well be. Antonio Conte's men have literally played us off the park right here. Look, all the defenders there. They've let them come through, and it's a low pole driver from Raja to end our hopes of getting anything from this match. We're showing signs of that first half against Juve. It's back to Perisic, back to Lukaku, Koza. No, what's he done? And there we go, full time, not the result we were hoping for. We fell apart in that second half, and Inter deservedly get their 3 points. Still much to improve on from the lads. Balotelli showing his fighting spirit, but it wasn't enough at the end of the day to even get a draw to bring back to Brescia. We take the L yet again. Never easy after a big loss to face the press, and it was a disappointing loss too. They keep asking us about our new Kiwi. He will make his debut. I know a lot of you guys are fans of him as well. Some more training, and Armini goes up to a 72. Now some defensive stats going up. It's what you want to see, and the training is going swimmingly. Now you'd think that our strongest 11, the lads that face both Inter and Juventus, can get the win against Frosinone at home in a little simulation. So we'll go ahead and hopefully at the Rigamonti get all 3 points. It's a 3-0 win. Pinamonti against his former club as well. That one would have stung, as well as Almada and Ihattaren, our 2 midfield playmakers, getting on the score sheet to secure all 3 points. It's our first monthly scout report update back. Our Turkish scout has brought us already 1 month in, Alessandro Bruno, 77 to 94 potential. I think that is worthy of getting up into the youth academy level. We'll see how good he is once we finally find out his stats. Yeah, they're decent for now, but nothing too special. So here is the squad going into possibly our last match of the episode. We've got Armini back in the defensive department because he asked to be played, and we'll play him because it's been a bit dodgy for us so far. So we're away at Fiorentina again. A win in this match could see us push into the top 4. So let's see what we can conjure up away in Florence. Bright sunny day in Florence. Fiorentina fans are out in their numbers, and the Brescia fans have travelled far and wide this season. Let's put on a show. Let's get an away day win. It feels like centuries since we've picked up 3 points from an away game, but Tonali will lead the boys out again. Fiorentina are back in action. And if you remember back in Season 1, we got smacked up at the Franchi. We got destroyed against Fiorentina. It was probably our biggest loss of this career mode so far. So I'm seeking to get a bit of revenge. Balotelli's back in form, so let's hope we can bag a few goals today. They're one of the best defensive teams so far, only conceding 4. So hopefully that changes today. All right, here we go. Fiorentina will kick us off. Let's get this underway. Now back to Chiesa. He swings that one in. It's a dangerous ball, and straight away. You gotta be kidding me. Our defense were fast asleep, and Fiorentina take full advantage. It was an extremely dangerous cross from Federico Chiesa. And first shot on goal first goal for Florence, and we go 1-0 down. Look at this. He looped it perfectly over the defenders. He makes a run behind them and, yeah, just blasts it into the bottom corner. Intercepts, but can't clear it, and Chiesa unleashes a rocket off target. Ihattaren back to Armada. Armada will cut inside. Armada will try go alone. He'll try go alone as well. Oh, it's just wide of the post. That could have been spectacular. Now back inside. Can we find him? No. Donnarumma lets us down with his passing, but he'll intercept that one. Balotelli, he'll turn, he'll take a strike, and it's just wide of the post again. Tonali, big interception. That's what we want. The captain leading by example. Balotelli's got a nice little ball to run onto here. Can he get past his defenders? Now through to Ihattaren, the Belgian, with his first Brescia goal. And there we go. The number 22 was an unlikely hero. I thought Donnarumma would run onto that. And he absolutely takes out the post there. The Belgian, extremely happy bagging the equaliser. And it's a nice little team celebration. Finally, after all that pressure, after all those chances, Balotelli cuts back inside. It's Ihattaren on the end of it. And it's a nice little slotted finish in the bottom right-hand corner. Intercepted. We can't pass to save our lives. Neither can the CPU, but Veretout with the strike off the crossbar. That was the fastest goal. The camera couldn't even keep up with that strike. And here we are, subs coming on. Pinamonti on for Donnarumma. And we also have Viviani coming on for Ihattaren. Chiesa with another buccaneering run. He'll get another cross in too. And we'll clear it away with Romulo Pizzoli. We haven't had a sniff in this second half. But all we need is that one chance. Viviani off the bench too. Can the two super subs link up? That is a lovely ball from the Italian. Now Pinamonti cuts it back. He'll feed it through to Almada. And there we go. We only needed one chance. But we've gone up the other end after all that Fiorentina pressure. And it's our little Argentine gem, Almada, to get the goal. And that is our second. 8 minutes till full time. And that could be the one that gets us the victory. Pinamonti with a lovely setup for him. A brilliant run from Almada as well. And Fiorentina do not know what have hit them there. It is 2-1 to Brescia. Where some tired legs are setting for the Fiorentina defenders. I can't speak as Tonali might whip this one in. Pinamonti at the back post. Pinamonti tries one, but the goalkeeper will deal with that well. Find another assist as well. Chiesa finds the ball through to Veretout. Back to Chiesa. Back to Vlahovic. Straight at Dragowski. Come on, surely we can clear that away. It is full time. It's an away day victory. We've clinched it there right at the end, right at the death. It is 2-1. We've silenced the home fans. And we pull it away with an away day win. It feels like it's been forever, and we've finally done it to end off the episode. Pistana and Almada are pumped about that result, and we needed that win after a draw on the loss to start off the episode. And straight after the match, Esposito goes up to a 70 overall after all that training grind in Season 1. He's finally cracked the 70s. Armini is appreciative that we put him in the starting 11, and it was an influential performance. He did play pretty well at the back in comparison to Koza. And in our next two games, I just want to simulate it via the calendar. Finish off October on a high. We've got Sampdoria at home, Udinese away, and then we head into November. I just want to finish off October after this episode, go into episode 3, and we've got that dreaded November upcoming. So we'll see how we do. We'll try get all 3 points, all 6 points in those two games. Against Udinese, we won 2-1 away from home, but we lost at home to Sampdoria. Come on, guys. We're as inconsistent as ever. More training as Viviani and Armini continue to climb up into the 70s. Armini now at a 73 and Viviani at a 74. I'm extremely happy with how the youth development is going, and we have another youth squad monthly scouting report. After 9 games played, we're pretty much sitting in the top 5 right now. Torino, Pinamonti Calcio, Inter and Sassuolo are leading the pack right now. We've started off the season with 5 wins, 1 draw and 3 losses so far. We'll take a look at the relegation zone right now. Empoli, Sampdoria. How do we lose to Sampdoria in the relegation zone? Frosinone as well occupy 3rd last position. Roma struggling in 16th. Napoli, our next opponents, sitting in 14th. So that is the perfect time to try to take points off them as we continue to charge into the top 4. So that is going to be it for episode 2. We had a lot to get through. We had a lot to do, but we're going to end it off there. We're going to start off episode 3 with that Napoli game. So if you did, go ahead and enjoy it. Make sure to smack the like button down below. Hit subscribe and turn on notifications for episode 3. We'll try to get that out as soon as possible. Comment down below any suggestions you have for the series. I've been BCHD. Hopefully you had a wonderful day, and I'll catch you all on the very next episode.